This is
the Gaines family. I like that. No, go ahead.
This is the Gaines family.
The Gaines family.
And
What's going on, Gaines gang?
welcome back.
Dinner with the Gaines.
Episode
Episode Trey. Elijah's throwing stuff because he's upset. So tonight we're going to be having nachos.
Yes.
And of course, for all of you that work out but still want to drink beer, get you a Michelob Ultra. It's light on the calories, 2.6 carbs, so you can drink a bunch of these and still work out and not get that I'm getting fat and I'm trying to, reach this goal. Or you could be cute and get you a Angry Orchard Rosé.
Yes, honey. Yes.
So, what's this episode going to be about?
Discipline.
Oh, discipline. Or the lack thereof for some parents. Because some people don't discipline their kids. Which is okay, to each his own. Me personally, I started off. I whoops that ass. She gonna edit that. But yeah, I have no problem against discipline as long as it's within the means of what happens. So say for instance, I've been telling Noah to pick up his room. I'm only gonna tell you twice. That's my limit. My dad, he gonna tell you one time. Everybody's parents is different. Me, I'm gonna ask you nicely the first time. The second time I'm gonna be a little stern when I ask you. If you don't do it then there's actions coming behind it because I'm not finna be waiting on you to do what I asked you to do. I'm the parent. You don't pay no bills in here, so that way you don't get no right. So what I tell you to do, you do. What you think?
Yeah. For me, I think discipline, it all depends on their age. It all depends on what they did. And it all depends on how your child responds. For me, I took psychology and a whole bunch of other things. Oh, okay.
Elijah eating too fast.
Sorry about that. So, for me, I understand it a little bit better. So, someone that is 3 and you're asking them to pick up their room, obviously, they don't understand the concept of, if my room is clean, my parent is going to accept that. If my room is dirty, my parent is not going to accept that. Yeah. So therefore, they don't know the difference. All they know is they're playing. And after they're done playing, they want to move to the next thing. I always try to tell people, one, you have to allow your child to understand. You don't just be like, because I said so. When they're so young, they're not going to know what they're doing wrong. They're not going to, if you give them a whooping, they're not going to know what they're doing wrong. So you do have to make sure what's going on? Okay. You do have to make sure you have that boundary. Because sometimes you want to treat a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old like a 15-year-old.
But what about like when they're at that middle age, like 10 through 12?
If you have taught them their ways from birth all the way until that age, they're going to know right from wrong. They're going to know
That's not true.
What that means if you have taught your child. Yes, it is.
No,
unless it's something that they've never done before.
What about privileged children that know right from wrong and still do wrong? Then what do you do?
Like I just said, if you would let me finish. That is different when your child is a toddler or when your child is still trying to barely in school. They're trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong, and you're supposed to be there to teach them, not to shame them, not to bully them, and also not to just whoop them and tell them, go to your room or do this or do that, and not tell them why. Now, once a child learns what they did wrong, and they know what's wrong, and they understand that, then I feel like it's okay to go World War III. Like, you already know what the deal is, and you disobeyed me purposely. So therefore, when you get into your pre-teens and teens, you have already been taught from birth all the way up until that time what's acceptable in your house and what is not, what is okay to do in other people's houses and what is not, what is okay to say and what is not okay to say. So for me, I come from a background where my mom it was World War III all the time. So I was terrified of my mom. So I would make sure that.
But your mom didn't really whoop you. Your mom is verbally abusive.
My mom verbally got in our ass.
And I feel like verbal abuse is worse than physical abuse sometimes when it comes to parents, because they can say something like, when you get in trouble as a kid and you know you done messed up, especially say you out and about somewhere and they hit you with the wait till we get home. Oh, you already know. As soon as you get home, it's a wrap. Don't go nowhere because you finna get taxed. So that's that verbal mindset to where you know, oh, okay, when I get home, you just start crying instantly because you already know. As soon as you get home, like, man, the whole trip home, you like, I don't want to go home, I don't want to go home, I don't want to go home. But
I think the worst thing is when you're at someone else's house and you're on the phone. My mom would be like, wait until you get home. You didn't clean your room. You didn't clean that bathroom up. You left the dishes.
You didn't take that chicken out like I told you.
Oh my God. Like, it's terrifying to be like, okay, have your fun at your little friend's house, at your cousin's house. When you get home, all you can think about, it's just like work. It's just like you know you gotta go to work on Monday and that's Sunday. That's all you think about. That is exactly how it is. It's awful.
So, here's a good question for you.
Yeah.
Since you're all about, the age being a deciding factor, how many times do you have to tell your child, not nobody else's child, our child, Noah King, something before you like, okay, I need to pop him?
I really try not to whoop him.
Okay. What about yelling? Raising your voice is just as stimulating as hitting a child.
No, that is true. Now, if you asked between me and Adam who is more disciplinary, it would be me. Adam can no. When Noah does something wrong, I'm sending him to the corner, or I'm yelling, or I'm bringing out the belt. That is something that I rarely do. Like, Noah rarely gets in big trouble, but I will tell him multiple times because I always tell parents, you have to remember they are 3. They're literally, their attention span's like 5 minutes, if that. So, well, Noah's 4 now, but they don't have that. Oh, mommy just told me to stop. They're like, that was 5 minutes ago. That was 3 minutes ago. I'm on to the next thing. So if I keep telling you, after a while you're like, okay, mommy has told me to do this a few times already. Now, the moment that, let's just say, he isn't picking up his toys and I've told him to pick it up after 2 times, then that's when my voice is like, okay, 1.
So
2, because I'm a counter. I don't care what nobody says. Counting for me works because Noah understands when mommy gets to 5, she gonna bring out that belt. That's okay with me.
Bless you.
Ooh.
So my question again has yet to be answered. So you said you're a counter, which is fine, but how many times you didn't answer the question? How many times do you have to ask him to do something before you decide it's time to pop?
I don't. I usually put him in the corner or send him to his room.
Okay, so Tay's way works sometimes.
Or in this case, it would be, when do I discipline him?
In my case, my instance,
I don't want to say whoopings because then it makes it seem like we beat our kids, and that's not.
Wait.
And that is not what happens at all. I think Noah in his whole lifetime has he got 5 pop-pops, like, total. And that was because there were some really good reasons. Like, he pooped. There's one time he had poop.
We ain't talking about that.
It was awful.
We're not talking about that.
He put it all over his blocks. Oh my God. We're not
talking about that. Anyways, so Tay does things her way. In my way, I feel like it's really effective because now I've gotten to the point to where I don't even have to hit him. I just didn't say it's because he knows it's coming. But everybody has their own parenting styles. And for us, this is what works. She does her part, and then when I feel like, okay, she shouldn't be talking to him anymore, I intervene, because sometimes you just need that sternness that a father can give. Mothers can be stern too, but I feel like it's nothing like a boy having a father figure in their lives to kind of like help with that guidance. That's a good topic too.
I agree.
Yeah. But a good flick works every time too. Or if you're in church, falling asleep, hit them with a little pinch, that'll work too. I'm just saying. I'm telling y'all what works. This is what I know what works. I know about y'all, just like the people that don't beat their kids. That's fine. But then they'll be the same kids I be seeing in Walmart, running all around Walmart, don't know how to act. Little Lupita come back. She done ran off and she playing all in the toys. I'm like, Little Lupita, where your parents?
Shooting up schools,
Well, all I'm saying is,
talking how they gonna kill their parents. Oh no.
A lot of 90s babies got beat. That's all I'm saying. And we all turned out for the better. But that's just my take on discipline. I feel like it's okay as long as you don't do it in anger. If you're angry, you got to come back to it, because then you're going to harm the child. It's not necessary. So if you're angry, take a step back, take a breathing, calm down first. And then, what's another good rule of thumb? After you whip your kids, explain it and why. Nobody should just be getting beat to be getting beat. Granted, I know people have situations where it happened. Y'all don't really have control of that, but don't just beat your kids to beat your kids. It's not their fault. They didn't ask to be here. So
I think and then on top of that, if you're whooping them often and that much, then you have to think about how are you parenting. Because for me, like I said, I try not to even go towards the whoopings. Now, granted, I may threaten with it. I do that a lot.
It's a lot of empty threats.
I do that a lot. But like I said, Noah hasn't really had that many whoopings because I want him to understand that I don't want him to be afraid of me. I want him to be afraid of making the wrong decision, so thinking clearly. There's a difference. Because when you're afraid of your parent, I think a lot of people get that construed with God or something. Like, no. You really want to make sure your children understand right from wrong, not just, I see a hand. Like when you go like this and your kid is, and you're just like, oh, poor baby, like.
They get beat.
It's like one of those things where there's a reason for everything. And Noah, like literally, he doesn't even get whoopings, he get pop-pops. And that's just like on the butt, literally. Except for, there was one time. And again, it was with the Legos, with the poop.
That's another
That was insane. That was just, oh my God. Yeah, I had to call my mom because I was pregnant. It was awful. He wants some more. Okay.
Well, I mean, two different viewpoints. We make it work. And that's it for tonight's episode of Dealing with the Games. You got anything else to add?
I love my babies. And it is our true goal as parents, especially black parents, to make sure we teach our children right from wrong and
break the cycle,
making sure we show them a good example. If you over here cussing out your mom and that's their grandma, or if you over here fighting their daddy or mom, like what do you think is going to happen? Now granted, I'm not a psychologist, I don't have a degree, a PhD, none of that in child development. But what I will say is that some of these kids really messed up. And I want my kid to teach other children and their friends, this is how you do things the right way. So maybe they can have someone to lead them in the right direction. But that's pretty much it. So if you like more of these videos, we're going to try to post more. We don't want to overwhelm you guys, but we also don't want to be gone and only post once a week anymore. Right. So we're definitely going to try. We love you guys. And we're going to say peace out.
Till next time.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.